Okay, let's jump right into this. Today, we're going to explore how Massifly approaches building digital businesses, and frankly, it is a completely unique ecosystem. They're essentially claiming to rethink online growth from the ground up by taking your standard digital marketing tools and fusing them with a compounding compensation structure. If you are anywhere in the digital business space, this model is absolutely fascinating to unpack. So, what if your ad spend actually paid you back? I mean, really think about that. This provocative question is literally the core premise of Massify. It directly challenges the traditional advertising model we're all so used to. You know, the one where you pay for your ads once, you get a few clicks, and well, the transaction just ends right there. Massify is asking, what if that ad spend was actually the beginning of a compounding asset? Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the digital growth ecosystem. Second, the advertising engine. Third, forced matrices and income. Fourth, the power of spillover. And finally, compounding like DCA. Let's get to it. Section 1. The digital growth ecosystem, the all-in-one marketer community. At its foundation, Massifly is built as the centralized digital growth ecosystem specifically for marketers and business owners. Think of it as an all-in-one hub. They're already hosting over 7,800 members worldwide. And inside, it integrates your standard social networking, content publishing, real-time private chat, and built-in marketing tools like viral links and daily broadcasts. They even throw in peer-to-peer, provably fair board games, which is a really clever way to keep users actively engaged and constantly coming back. Moving on to Section 2, the advertising engine, real traffic for digital businesses. To understand how they generate real traffic, let's break down the core offerings. You have the entry-level Momentum Mini for just $1.99, and that buys you 500 real visitors. Then step it up to the Massiflow subscription at $14.95 a month, which delivers 1,500 visitors plus tens of thousands of ad impressions. Or there's the bundle at $49. Looking at these tiers, you can clearly see how increasing your spend doesn't just buy more traffic, it actually unlocks much deeper access to their compensation structures. And they aren't just doing one type of ad. The platform actually features 9 distinct ad formats, everything from feed ads to direct visits to banners. But here's the real kicker. Massify claims to deliver all of these strictly to real, active members of their ecosystem. The whole argument is that because they keep the audience so engaged with those social and community features we just talked about, the traffic that you're purchasing is inherently high intent. It's real people. All right, Section 3, forced matrices and income. The compensation mechanics. Okay, to truly grasp the earning claims they're making, we have to talk about what a forced matrix is. Now, unlike your standard affiliate programs that can just grow infinitely wide forever, a forced matrix is deliberately kept narrow. In this case, it is strictly 2 positions wide. And that's by design. That tight limit accelerates how quickly the levels below get filled up, because any new participants are literally forced downward into the next available slots. Over $40,000, actually $40,768 to be exact. The source material states that a single position in their 2x15 flow matrix, which remember is tied to that $14.95 a month subscription, has a maximum structural earning potential of over $40,000. And that's based on the matrix filling entirely across all 15 levels. But wait, it gets crazier. $246,000. Their momentum matrix, which you can enter for just $1.99, has a maximum claimed potential of nearly $250,000 per position. Why? Simply because it goes a full 21 levels deep. Now, what's super fascinating is how these systems actually talk to each other. According to their documents, a single monthly Massiflow subscription automatically drops you into both the flow and the momentum matrices at the exact same time. One payment and you've got 2 matrices filling simultaneously. Section 4, the power of spillover, mathematical overflow. So you're probably wondering, how on earth do these matrices fill up if you aren't personally out there recruiting thousands of people? Well, enter spillover. When a sponsor's immediate matrix levels get full, anyone new they recruit mathematically overflows and gets placed underneath you in the downline. The platform frames spillover not as some lucky break, but as a guaranteed mathematical certainty of keeping the matrix width so incredibly tight at just 2 positions. Let's put that into perspective. Compare a massive company-wide matrix to this team-based structure. In a traditional setup, you might be positioned 10,000, right? Spillover could literally take years to ever reach you, but in a team-based, too wide matrix, you might be position 100. Because the network is tighter, it's designed to create this rapid momentum, meaning that overflow reaches active users so much faster. I absolutely love this analogy from the source material. It says, think of it like a river. The river is the flow of purchases moving through the system, and your positions, they're your fishing nets. So holding more matrix positions, whether that's by renewing your subscription or grabbing more ad packs, is exactly like tossing more nets into a rushing river of continuous community purchases. Which brings us to Section 5, compounding like DCA, dollar cost averaging ad spend. If you follow investing at all, you definitely know about dollar cost averaging, or DCA. It's that strategy where you consistently buy a fixed amount of an asset no matter what the market is doing. Massifly makes this incredibly bold comparison. They compare their $14.95 monthly subscription to DCA, suggesting that consistent monthly ad spend shouldn't just be a sunk business expense. Instead, it builds a compounding digital asset over time. Let's walk through the actual logic here. Step 1, you pay your subscription. Step 2, you receive guaranteed website visitors and ad impressions for your business. But step 3, and this is the wild part, every single renewal gives you a brand new independent position in those matrices. And step 4, it all compounds. If you stay for 12 months, theoretically, you accumulate 12 independent positions, all of them receiving traffic and all of them simultaneously catching spillover. And this all builds up to their ultimate claim. Even a member who recruits absolutely 0 people can still theoretically benefit. Because of the massive weight of thousands of community renewals, it creates these continuous cascades of spillover. The more active users you have renewing their ad packages, the more positions flood the system, catching anyone who just simply maintains their monthly subscription. So as we wrap up this explainer today, it really leaves us with one massive question to ponder. Does compounding ad spend actually change the future of digital marketing? By blending standard software as a service marketing tools with forced matrix compensation, Massifly is offering a wildly distinct approach to building digital businesses. It genuinely makes you wonder if this model transforms ad spend from a dreaded sunk cost into a legitimate compounding asset. It absolutely makes you think differently about where every single marketing dollar goes.